He did. There was no formal proposal. He said, "I love you and I want to marry you." I said, she proposed none again. You should write it.
Traveling and
prevailing, the man of the hour, stolen but restored, tied in the city.
Even me that wrote the book, I cannot remember the
over 10 books. Ooh, a pastor's wife is a woman called into ministry to serve along with her husband, who is a pastor. I call a pastor's wife a pastor because when the pastor pastors the church, the pastor's wife pastors the husband.
My name is Godwin Ashe. I am from Delta State.
My name is Ashe Favour Olabisi Caroline.
Very exciting. I gave my life to Jesus at the age of 15. I was in Form 3 when I gave my life to Jesus. I can say it's the happiest day in my life. It was an encounter that I can never forget. It was great.
Where will I start from? I was born into CAC, but I grew up to find myself in White Garment Church, CNS as we all call it. But at a time in my life, I encountered some people that we call 419 people. You understand those people? And then they duped me. In the course of that, I became depressed. I was moving from one place to another for solution because I was told to pay back the money where I was working when I left secondary school. So in the course of that, I was looking for a solution everywhere. And then when I couldn't find any, there was a particular time I was working in a supermarket then when I just left secondary school. So I sat up and I was thinking, well, my younger brother became born again earlier and he was one preaching to everybody in the house. But you know, we call them Creole, just pass your, leave me alone. But the word was concentrating somewhere. So at the time when I had that experience, I was sitting down in front of my department, and all of a sudden, the word of the Lord came to me. Why not surrender to me? It was like I've never heard that in my entire life. And then I became so quiet. It was like somebody was talking to me, and I was looking at the person. Tears were rolling down. Even one of my colleagues was looking at me. I was saying, "Busy kilo here." I couldn't talk. I was just shedding tears because the word of God was just coming back to back. Said, "Surrender to me and I will take care of you." So why did you just come now, Lord? You'd have come long time ago. But that was the turning point for me.
Well, I happened to have an experience of going to my calling on time. And I gave my life to Jesus at the age of 15. I had my call to ministry at the age of 16. And by 17, I knew already I was going to be a pastor. So as soon as I was 19, I went to the Bible college to pursue my career in the ministry.
I went to Lagos State Polytechnic. I have my OND and HND. And then I went into the Bible college to have understanding of the scripture more and to help me enhance my ministry. So I have a degree in biblical studies, and presently I'm doing my master's in Christian education.
Yeah, I got into ministry because I knew I had a calling. It was clear as soon as I gave my life to Jesus at the age of 15 that the hand of God was upon my life. At 16, I had God clearly from the book of Luke chapter 4, from verse 18 to 19, telling me that He has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. I knew immediately that it was a calling from God to do ministry. So it was one experience I can't forget too, because it was clear from that moment that I was bound, I was called, I was ordained to go into ministry.
Well, I go out for ministrations, but I keep the home front more. A couple of years in my life had worked outside of ministry. In fact, I didn't start into ministry just like that. I worked as an accountant, as a school busser, as a school teacher. But there came a time that I needed to face the home front and take care of my children. So I left everything for trading so that I could have enough time to take care of my family. Yes, I go out for ministration, not as often as my husband does, because I keep the home front more.
Several places I started working as a pastor in Foursquare. All my life I've been a Foursquare minister. I started in a community or a town in Lagos called Alagbado. It's a border between Lagos State and Ogun State. I started my ministry there. I grew up there. And from there, I launched out of another place I was posted to as a pastor within Foursquare.
I'm a woman. Training up children, especially when you have girls and boys, it's a whole lot. And then God has blessed me with the kind of husband that has many people around him. By the grace of God, I've been able to train many children when they are sick, when they have challenges academically. You know, you have to sit down to do assignment with them. Just a lot of, so much. I don't know how to start, but God has been helping me. Presently, I think we are 12 or 13. And by this weekend, I'm expecting. So the whole house will be very full. And that's been from the beginning of my marriage anyway.
Thank God for her.
After closing, the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, everybody is coming to my house.
Wow. If I'm able to count them, then I've not made impact. I've lost count. So far, so good. I know there are people that God has used me to affect. So I've not even met. Because I'm sure there are other people that must have been blessed by my life and ministry, and I won't meet to see Jesus. But for those I think I know, there are too many to be counted.
Sunday Ashe, my husband, is very loving. He cares. In those days, even when we started out as friends, he will be so caring to details that, have you eaten today? So I was looking for somebody who will be there for me, because I wanted to I was looking for shoulders to lean on. And then the challenges I had while I was a young lady coming, when I met him, he had listening ears. He was open to carrying people's burdens. So I was rested. Even when I was thinking in the line of marriage, first and foremost, I was not thinking that I would marry a pastor. But when I met him with that kind of a caring attitude, very friendly person, so it was easy for me to yield, apart from the fact that the Lord asked us to go into it. Yeah.
It depends on which area you are talking about. As a pastor, shocking. I've been in situations where I'm always very excited, I'm always very happy. Nothing meets me, nothing surprises me. I'm always expectant of whatever will happen. But some of the things that I've said has shocked me is my encounter with some so-called men of God who have done some things to me that I never expected. But I try not to allow it to affect me. I've written over 10 books, and one of the things that excites me about writing books is that I've been able to affect more lives. I've received calls on a daily basis, up till even this month, people calling me to tell me how my books have been a blessing to them. And when I receive such calls, I feel excited, I feel very fulfilled that my life, my ministry is touching lives.
You should write it.
Traveling and
prevailing, the man of the hour, stolen but restored, tied in the city.
Even me that wrote the book, I don't remember the book.
Over 10 books. He's from Delta State and from Ondo State. So my mommy was very understanding, because my mommy was a ministry person too. So my mommy had known my husband early in life when we were young as teenagers and youth. So my mommy knew him from time, there was no problem. But my father wanted me to marry, if not for my place on those states, he wanted me at least marry a Yoruba. What is wrong with you? Why would you go that far? So it was not easy, but my younger ones were very understanding, because they were friends. They loved my husband as a kind of mentor to them. So they supported me, and they were able to convince my father. And to the glory of God, we're here.
Wow. I want to say my wife has been a very, very great pillar in this work. Without her presence in my life, the ministry would have been in shambles. I would say she's my balance. She takes more responsibility than I do in terms of the home, and I can boldly say she's an extension of what God is doing in my life. She's a very, very strong pillar in my life. Wow. I met my wife in the course of ministry, and I want to say that she's one of the greatest things that happened in my life. Meeting her, we met as friends. So at the time I met her, we are both teenagers, or we're in the teenagers ministry, and the friendship developed beyond that, and then we got to where we are today. but we met in church. We met in church.
Yes, we were friends. We were very good friends, and because we were very close, on me, tenderly in my heart, yes, I was expecting that he would say something. But if he never said anything, it wouldn't have been any problem. But because we were friends, and then I'm the type that I'm very intentional about my relationship. So I don't get close to people. I don't open up on time. So when he was coming very close and was very concerned about my issues, I was like, what is it? So when he came with the intention of helping, because I had so much bodies at that point in time, and when he began to carry my body, my heart was tinted towards him. Yes, I must confess that. Yes.
Well, the truth is, when we met, I was in a relationship, and the moment we got close, the first thing I told her is, I'm in a relationship. So even if she wanted to think, she wouldn't have been able to take it far. So I think that really was, in a way, it helped our relationship.
It was a demarcation.
That we were able to put a boundary. Immediately we started, the moment we started coming together as friends. There was the understanding that this person is in a relationship. I know she was not in a relationship, and I wasn't really thinking about it until the prompting came after my relationship ended with the other person.
There was no formal proposal. He said, I love you and I want to marry you. I said, she proposed none. So there was no
actually, I think the whole thing started, we had a program. She was in a daughter church.
Yes.
And we were having our teens week.
Joint program.
So we had a joint program. And fortunately we are rehearsing for a drama. Wanted to act a drama, and it was perilous time.
Yes. By Bamiloye.
Yes. It was acted by Mount Zion. Wanted to rehearse that film so that we can restage it in church. And then that's how we came to talk about the issue of relationship. And she just came, and then we were talking. I just said, will you marry me? That's just I started.
Like,
I said, she was okay. Will you marry me? She was not asking, but you're in a relationship, what happened? So I had to now open up and tell her, I didn't tell you, we had myself and the other person had a breakup, and that's it. That's just it. That's how it started.
My husband belongs to the older generation. No, sir, because it was not part of our generation. In fact, my husband is not the social person like that will come and put ring in your hand. When he said, I love you, I want to marry you, okay.
Well, seriously, I think the challenge we have with this is people go with the trend.
Yes.
Maybe if we were...
Maybe it's in our generation.
Maybe if we are now. Maybe we think of it. But it has never been an issue for me. When I see people do it, I just feel we borrow those things from the world.
That's my husband for you.
That's my idea. It's a borrowed idea from the world. But then I don't condemn those who do it. Maybe it's just to spice up what they do. It's a way of spicing it up for them. But that doesn't make it.
It was not our thing in our generation.
It wasn't our thing. Alimosho, we got to Alimosho October 2022, and it has been an experience. I've pastored several churches before I got to this place, and I must tell you that this is one of the best churches I'm pastoring. I know the best is yet to come. It's been fun. It's been exciting. Not without its challenges, but I don't see them as things that should bother me. I see them as part of what is making the work exciting rather than bothering me. Well, so far so good. I think maybe more than 9 churches.
Abeson, Ikpaja.
No, it's pipeline. After Abeson is pipeline. After pipeline. Bagada. After Bagada.
Karimulaka. Yes, sir.
Continue.
Karimulaka. Then we went to Shomolu Church. What's this place now? Akpata Church. From Akpata Church, we went to Benin. From Benin, we came back to Lagos.
Wow. Every day of my life, I've always said God is faithful. Looking back to date, God is more than faithful. If there's any other word we can use to describe the faithfulness of God, I think He deserves. God is good. God is faithful. He has been our pillar. He has been our support. He has never disappointed us, and He will never disappoint. He's a faithful God. He's a faithful God.
Very key. There's no life that exists in isolation. There's always someone in the front and you are coming behind, and somebody is coming behind you. There's somebody for you to look up to, who will guide, there's something we call tutelage. Mentors, they tutor those that are coming behind them in character, in attitude, in teaching, preaching, and all sorts. Mentorship leads to leadership. Before you can become a leader, you need to be mentored. So there is no how you will live without being. If you don't have a mentor, you are living in isolation, and there's no breaking system. Anybody can fall out anytime. So you need a mentor.
Any person that does not believe in mentor cannot go far. You need a shoulder to stand on, to go high. What others have achieved, we struggle. When they mentor you, you stand on their shoulder. It becomes easy for you. So I believe mentorship is one thing that every person, no matter your level, even if you are the oldest in ministry, there is somebody must mentor you to get to the next level. So mentorship is very, very important in any field, especially ministry. My spiritual father is Reverend Michael Ajewole. He has affected my life positively. From the day I gave my life to Jesus at the age of 15, God handed me over to Him, and He has tutored me to this point. And another person that affected my life so much is Reverend Godwin Ashe. We met in the Bible college. The exposure I have in ministry today, God used him to expose me in the area of ministry. And today I can boldly say these two people and others that too many to mention have affected my life in ministry. But these two stood out.
It's not a new thing in our system. When you are married to somebody who is a public figure, so much is expected of you in terms of your appearance, your speech, your conduct, your relationship with people. So sometimes they expect too much. Sometimes when they expect you to get to a particular level where you forgetting that you're also human, they want to rate you and they want to place you down. And if you're not fitting in this, they tend to fight you either with words or attitude. But God will help us. There's no perfect human beings anyway. We are trusting God to become perfect.
For every up and coming minister, I want to say the first thing is know what God is calling you to do in ministry. You must know that you are called to ministry not for money, but to affect lives. If you put money first, if you put fame first, if you put all these things that are beyond affecting lives first, you will miss it. If ministry is about people, everything about ministry is people. The more you put people first, apart from God who is your teammate, the next thing is that you should know that if God calls you and you are with God, He has called you to affect lives, to serve the people. If that's number one, a young minister should be humble. Humility is a key factor to the top. Character is a major thing. Without character, you can't go far. Even if you get to the top with the anointing, without character, it's character that will sustain you at any level in life. Character is very important, and you must keep renewing your covenant and your experience of call. Keep calling to remembrance every time. It will excite you. Keep remembering what God asked you to do. Keep going back to it. Keep going back to God. Keep reminding yourself why you are in ministry. It will help you to go for that in life. And keep taking challenges. Take challenge from those ahead of you. Take challenge from those beneath you. Take a challenge with those around you. Challenge. When you keep taking challenge, you keep telling yourself, I can do better. If the day you feel you have done enough or you have done it well, you should just pack up. There's always someone better than you. There's always something you must reach out for. There's always something to do. Always set a vision. As you are achieving one, go ahead and plan another thing to do. And don't forget, everything that has to do with life and ministry is about people. Be a blessing to people.
I don't blame them. A number of challenges will always come. Competitions, ladies' world, it happens everywhere, even outside of ministry. But my advice is pray and be convinced. If God is saying that you should marry a minister of God, or your fiance, anybody is your husband is becoming a minister, there is no cause for alarm. If God is in it, he will support you. But be persuaded. Paul said, let every man be persuaded. Be persuaded that you know that God is asking you, not for the glamours, but for the call. The call will come with challenges. Just be prepared. It is not a roller coaster journey, but if the Lord is in it, it will be easy. Ooh, a pastor's wife is a woman called into ministry to serve along with her husband, who is a pastor. I call a pastor's wife a pastor because when the pastor pastors the church, the pastor's wife pastors the husband and the family. So you have a lot to do. You are more or less like a pastor to a pastor, because you are, my husband calls me Madam Fix It in the house, because there are things that we will do at home that is different from what you will do in the church, just like any other wife. But as a pastor's wife, you go extra. So as a pastor's wife, your arms are open to welcome as many into your home, because you are a destiny molder, you are a destiny carrier. Your womb is not for your biological children alone, but as many as the Lord will bring your way. I thank God for grace. The Lord has helped me. Well, there is no tribe in the kingdom. We are Christians. That's our tribe, our culture, kingdom culture. I am married to a Delta man, and God has helped us this far. We are 27, going 27, 28 years in marriage. It's not as if we don't have our challenges, but God has helped us. I think those are just earthly culture, the way we reason with ourselves. But before God, every human belongs to God. So we should relate to God, we should relate to ourselves as unto the Lord. So once we are in the fold as Christians, we are one family. There's no tribe, no culture, no tongue, but one language, one spirit, one body, one Lord.
My favorite hymn is "What a Friend We Have in Jesus." Well, the goal is to turn this district to a full-fledged. Presently, we are a missionary district, and what that means is that we are less than 1,000 as a district. We are expected to become 1,000 plus. In fact, 1,400 for us to become a full-fledged district. And that means that we have to plant more churches. We have to expand the churches that are already in existence. So my goal is that in the next 52 weeks, to the glory of God, we want this district, which is a missionary district, and to have become a full-fledged district. We want to get to the full-fledged district before the 3 years given to us by the national leadership, so that by the time we are in 52 weeks, when we have gotten to that point, we just do a consolidation of other works.
Peculiar David, fortune, favor.
3 seconds. Let's start for them. So,
Cook. My husband can cook any food, but he doesn't cook all the time. The first time I remember that he cooked for me was vegetable soup. But when you talk about his best food and the fastest one is bread and tea, everybody in the family knows that one.
Yes, so I don't have problem when it comes to food.
He can even boil water by himself. Go to grocery, buy food, buy what's it called? Bread. Prestige is not far from us here. We'll just drive down, get bread, get beverages, and we will prepare food. I
think I started this right from the time I was a bachelor.
Yes.
I feel it's very hard to think about what to eat. And so I made up my mind. I made up my mind that even if I marry, I won't fighting my wife over food will not be an issue. So I just made up my mind that whatever I have to eat at that moment I want to eat, I eat. I don't want to stress her when it comes to food, because thinking about what to eat itself is a challenge.
Even when I ask, what do you want to eat? Said, give me food. If there's food, don't ask me what to eat. So there's no special thing about this is the particular food that you must cook. Once I prepare it, I present it, he eats.
Hey. Do I remember? I think it's just a part of me.
It's part of it.
I feel that if you come and tell me you offended me, even if I have a point, if I have a reason to defend myself, the first thing I will tell you is I'm sorry. Okay, but this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. It's just a lifestyle.
And I think sometimes you told me that I have developed a principle to forgive you ahead of time. So before you offend me, I have forgiven you. So when the offense comes, it's like, okay, it has come. Let it go. But sometimes when I'm still boiling and my tummy will be rumbling, it will just go up. By the time it's coming back, it's coming with a smile. I say, so are you not thinking that I'm still angry? But you just have to let go. So it taught me that over the years. Anyway, it took me time to adjust because I don't adjust one time. But it taught me that. I'll go first. My husband is a spender. He's a spender. And that does not go well with me at all. I am not saying he shouldn't spend, but my husband does not know which money not to spend. He believes that when the money is there, spend it. But I'm the type that I conserve money, I save money. Go work pay. But the thing is that is why, sorry to say, me, I cannot do joint account with my husband. The reason is that once he has the money, there is a need. He will not think whether this or that. He wants to meet that need first. It's a good thing, but sometimes up front, when we need some money, my husband can forget the fact that something should happen at home. He wants to solve that problem outside first. It took me time to understand that. So I have understood him to be that kind of a person. So when he has his money, before he begins to spend money, I'll make sure that I chop into it so that the home front will not suffer. So once I am able to access the little I can access, then I can manage the home front. That brings me to one thing like that my husband did. We were looking for our firstborn's school fees. And to the glory of God, somebody came in and blessed us the exact amount we needed. I was happy. The envelope was still with my husband when the woman came in and said, "Hey, Pastor Moyinio, this, that." He was not thinking. Me, I was thanking God in the room that God has paid the school fees. He handed over not even half, not one quarter. He handed over everything to the woman, and the woman joyfully left. But I was sad. Oh God, the thing did not go well with me. But I have to just let him understand, Oga, home first. Just make sure you settle the. I'm not saying that you should not do anything outside, but at least I don't want my children to begin to suffer.
Maybe because I'm a ministry person and I live by faith, and God has been very, very faithful. Yes, it's good to plan, and she's the balance there.
Yes, so
she's very balanced. But when it comes to meeting needs and people doing something for ministry, I don't look back.
He doesn't.
And when I want to do it, I put my chest. One thing I have also understood about that is that God will not put us to shame, and He has never put us to shame.
Through
I'm sure that this one she's even saying, after we did it, someone else paid that school fees.
Yes.
And we had extra.
Yes.
So God has been faithful. He's a faithful God.